Hello everybody, this is Oak Tree Tarot Reader here and welcome to my Pick a Card video. So today we're asking the question, what lucky changes are happening in my life? So you could find that these changes are happening as you are watching the video, you know, they're sort of already in your life. And for others of you, if they haven't manifested already, they are very imminent for you, and in the very near future you will start to see the signs of these occurring. So we've got number 1, that is the jug. Number 2, that is the handshake. Number 3, haystack. Number 4, bird flying. So I want you to take a few deep breaths, relax, remove all expectation and all fears out of your mind. Close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out. And when you're ready, make your choice. Trust your gut, trust your instincts. When you've made your decision, go ahead and click on the timestamp provided. And if you need a bit more time, please press pause because I'm moving on to the readings. Okay, so those of you that chose number 1, the jug, here's your reading. What lucky changes are happening in your life? Let's get them all separated. So 2 cards, that's your first piece of good fortune. You're only meant to have one of these. So let's start off. We've got gatekeeper, fairy time, time shifts, dimensional slips, child of the moon, forgiveness, transcending the ego. Nice. Lady goddess, which is feminine. Then we've got the king of wands, 2 of cups, 6 of wands. And we also have older woman, man, and star. So that's older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman, dealings or relationship with a man, and star, guaranteed success. So first of all, there's something that you're doing and it's guaranteed to succeed. That's your first piece of good luck, good fortune. There's a change. Maybe you've had a run of bad luck recently and things haven't been going very well for you, but now you look starting to turn. So I'm pleased to say that. I think what's happening to you as a piece of good fortune is that your mind is, you've like strengthened after a time of hardship. That you have built resilience and inner wisdom, knowledge, and that change in your mindset and your attitude towards yourself and what's going on in your life is bringing about quite a lot of good fortune. I think the good fortune that's coming about is this guaranteed success. You know, it's like if you've been applying for jobs, you're going to get a job. If you've been studying hard, you're going to pass your exam or get the grade that you need, or something maybe in terms of a hobby that or a new skill that you've been trying to develop. Anything that you've been putting effort in but not really succeeding, it's now going to start paying off. You're sort of turning, you know, your look's changing. I think this is going to make you feel so confident and capable that it's going to attract someone. So for some of you, the changes that are coming that are going to bring you good luck is in a relationship with someone else. Now, for some of you, this isn't about love. It could be you know, your employer, that they like the look of you and they say, yeah, I'm going to give you a chance, I'm going to hire you. For others of you, it is your love life. You know, that you're actually going to meet someone, that maybe you're an older woman and you're going to meet a younger man. Because there's definitely, I would say, there's something to do with an older woman in your life and a man in your life that your look's going to change in regards to them. Maybe there's been strained relationship. Maybe things haven't been going as well as you would hope them to. But you're going to have a success and a turnaround in that relationship. You know, you're going to make up after a fight, or the tension's gone. Maybe there's a problem that's disappeared. Maybe it's been too many hours in the office kind of thing, and then the situation is changing. I think for me, this card has always been about finding the beauty in things and the gentleness. And, you know, it is sort of, it's about feminine or what feminine means to you. And I think that changes that it doesn't matter whether you're a lady or a gentleman or whatever. It doesn't matter. What it's saying is, by whatever represents the feminine in your life, by having that in your life at this, you know, if things are starting to turn more feminine in your life, is what I'm trying to say, is this is going to bring you good luck. Maybe you've just found that you're having more women around, or you need to spend more time with the women in your life, and it's going to transform things for you. I mean, we're going to do the charms. We'll see what else that has to offer. Give us a clue as to how that's going to, where that's going to lead to. I feel that for a lot of you, it's your change in attitude and your willingness to embrace something that you've previously rejected that's bringing in the good fortune for you. And it's something to do, I think, specifically with a man in your life or specifically with a woman in your life. And it's about adopting a more feminine attitude, about, you know, being softer, more gentle, willing to compromise, adaptable, that kind of thing. But don't panic. You're not going to lose your inner strength and your inner power. You're still very capable. You're still very empowered. You're still very talented and vibrant, and you've still got a lot going for you because you've got this success. There's something that you're working hard at that you're going to succeed, and it's going to boost you with so much confidence and goodwill that you're going to be able to deal with this situation involving the man and woman from a higher ground, from a position of power and experience and authority. Whereas I think in the past, you haven't been able to do that. And I think that's, for me, that's how I'm reading the cards, that's where your good fortune, the change, the good lucky change that's coming your way is to do with this relationship. And it could be two separate relationships. I mean, this could be a mother or a grandmother or an older relative, or maybe a boss that's older than you. And you need to be more feminine with her, but the success could reside in a relationship or dealings that you have with a man. They don't have to be a connected relationship. So let's see, I'm curious now. Let's see what the charms have to add to this. There we go. So we've got owl, tower, cards, key, snowflake, measuring tape, ship, feather, and that's my love taking flight. So yeah, I said there's something here about your heart will feel abundant. You're taking a chance. This is a lucky gamble that's going to pay off. But I don't feel it's literally gambling with money. I think you're going to, in this confidence, you're going to take a chance. You're going to sail off somewhere new. And that could be literally, as in maybe you're doing a job you haven't done before, or you're doing something new, or in this relationship. Because I think before there's been an element of unapproachability. Maybe they've been unable to approach you, or you've been unable to approach them. But success is here. Success is here. You're going to unlock. And I think it's something that you've been waiting for a long time. And the time hasn't been right, but it is now. And I think it's because you've gone through this journey and you're coming out the other side successful. It doesn't matter if actually a large part of your life is in tatters. It's the internal journey that you've been on that's going to generate this good fortune. Because you're going to attract someone to you. Maybe you're going to attract both of these people to you through your attitude. It's your attitude. You don't think you're a failure anymore. And if you do think things aren't going well, your attitude is changing. You're starting to view yourself in a much more successful light, because you're recognizing how far you have come and gone in your life. But there's a message definitely coming. Feather for me is always a message. There's a message coming to you. It could be from one of these two, or you could be actually sending the message. But whatever's happened in the past, you're going to handle it 10 times better than you ever did before, because you've been on this journey. Yeah, you're traveling forward. Even if it's not literal physical travel, you're traveling further into your life. And I don't mean like just getting older. I mean you're traveling further in your development. You're reaching the next steps in your life. You're leaving the old behind and moving forward. And you're going to have a light-hearted, carefree time. What I'm going to say is the lucky change that's coming to you is that you're not going to have the same level of stress that you've had before. It's going to be a lot more light-hearted, and through that you're going to see the world differently, and you're going to have different opportunities come your way because you're going to be attractive to other people and vibrant and sort of triumphant, and people like backing a winner. So let that energy come through if it hasn't already. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave me a comment, like the video, subscribe, all the rest of it. If you want a private reading with me, you can get one. You just need to contact me to book one in. All the information's in the description box. I will look forward very much to hearing from you. But you take very good care of yourself. Thank you for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay then, those of you that chose the handshake, a meeting with a stranger could prove important. So a piece of good fortune that's coming your way could be sort of a lucky change that's coming your way is you could meet someone that's a complete stranger to you, and that meeting turns out to be quite lucky. So let's see. Barnabas and the Prince, adventures, discovery, travel, meeting, destiny. Ooh. Then we've also got Scrying Mirror, shadow. It's a creepy looking card, but don't be afraid. Then we also have the King of Swords, the Moon, Nine of Pentacles, and we also have, Weeping Willow, family sorrow, dogs, getting together with friends, and clouds, temporary problems. We're also going to have a look at the charms, so that will give us a bit more of a clue. So first of all, let's get the bad looking cards over and done with. The shadow card is quite creepy looking, but what it's saying is you're dealing with your shadow side, you're accepting your shadow side, you're looking deep within yourself to see the negative. So that is a piece of good fortune. That is a lucky change, because those who can't really look inside themselves and see the negative as well as the positive don't really see themselves at all. You must have self-awareness and recognise your flaws as well as your excellent qualities, because we have both. You know, we have wonderful things about us and really bad things about us. I mean, it's a matter of perspective. Some people love our flaws and other people don't. So, but there's, you know, any true flaws in your character, I think that you're accepting them and learning to deal with them and sort of acknowledging where you've gone wrong and where you would really desperately like to not repeat the mistake. Family sorrow and temporary problems. I mean, temporary problems, no problems, but they're temporary. They're over in a glitch. And I feel the family sorrow is connected to that, in that I don't think it's a good that the sadness in your family is a lucky change necessarily, but there's something changing to do with family that you have, or how you view family perhaps, or what you want out of family, that's going to undergo a change that will prove to be lucky for you. So initially it doesn't seem that good, but overall when you look back, you know, a few years in the future, you look back and you think, oh, actually, if that thing hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here now and I'm happy where I am. If that makes sense. And it's only temporary. So it might just be a little blip where you're unhappy, there's a few problems, but they will be over quickly. It's always a good thing to get together with friends, so that's a lucky change. I mean, I'm recording this whilst we're only just coming out of lockdown for coronavirus. You know, there's still pockets where it's being released and then there's a spike in numbers. So I think cities, like towns, are being locked down against, you know, just specifically a certain area. So people are starting to get back together with friends that they haven't been able to see for months, and that might be you. So that might be unexpected for you, that you actually do get to see some friends. And that could be where this element of going on an adventure and travelling and sort of, you know, it could be when you're finally getting out of lockdown that you actually meet somebody new. I'm going to be honest, there's nothing overtly loving about this reading. There's no love cards, but it could be somebody that you do business with. It could be somebody that you become great friends with, or someone that you have a romance with. But there's a feeling here, if you believe in such a thing, that It was always going to happen that you would meet this person or a person like that. But you're in a good position to meet someone because I think you're dealing with the bad side of yourself. You're dealing with your flaws and learning to manage them or eradicate them if you can. The other thing is that there's a lucky change. I feel that actually this could be the person that you meet, that they have a King of Swords energy, which is that they're very logical, could be a bit cold, but they're very logical, very straight-laced, they're straight up, there's no sides to them. They might be quiet and not reveal everything they're thinking, quite a good poker face, but they're not liars. They won't actively lie to your face. They'll just sort of say, oh, I'm not ready to tell you that yet. They'll perfect their timing. This could be qualities that you embody yourself or explore yourself or use yourself, especially if there's a feeling of trouble that you might keep your cards close to your chest. And this change, if this is something you don't normally do, this change could bear fruit for you because the other person's acting in a position of not having all the information. But it's about following the rules, knowing what the rules are, using your own judgment, using your own inner power and your own mental power. So this person is really likely to be very, very smart and to really know their stuff. But it's lucky that you meet them, and their occurrence in your life could bring about change, or the change brings about them in your life, and that's lucky. Because there's a lot about the subconscious here. I think the subconscious is being dealt with, and I know a lot of you are thinking, why aren't you telling me, I'm going to find the love of my life, that I'm winning the lottery, or I'm going to get a new job. It's just the way the cards are coming out, I'm afraid. We're going to do the charms, that may give us something more literal, but the subconscious is being dug out and dealt with, and that's providing you with an adventure. I do think a lot of you are highly likely to travel somewhere, even if it's not a great distance. It's further than you've travelled in quite a while, or maybe for some of you than you've ever travelled in your life. And you're getting a lot of independence. This is why I'm saying I don't feel it's a love reading. I think that you're coming into your own power, your own wealth, your own abundance. I think maybe it's a lucky change for you to not have to worry about money. I think there's a feeling here that you don't have to worry, that you feel independent and free, that you can just go off on a journey, even if it's on top of a frog, that you can go off on an adventure. You're going to be sensible about it. You're going to be logical. I don't think you're going to be taking any unnecessary risks. But I think it's possibly a long-held dream of you to go on this adventure for some of you, where you can really go off and be free and do what you want. Maybe that's the family sorrow, that you're actually going off on your own for the first time and they're sad to see you go. But what I want to reassure a lot of you is that it's only a temporary thing. They'll accept that you are moving on, or going on this bit of an adventure, and that you will return, because I do feel that if this isn't like a permanent move, that you will come back. Let's see what the charms say. So what lucky change is happening in your life? You might find for some of you that this is actually happening slowly. So travelling somewhere new, that could be mentally as well as physically. Hard work. So I do feel that for a lot of you, this is about a work situation, and it's about something. I don't think you're going to let on to an awful lot of people that this is what's happening, because you're growing something new. This is something that's going to actually be in your life for a long time. So it's like a new job. You might find that you're doing it for a lot longer than you thought. Someone's going to be offering you a gift, and there's going to be something that's unique to you, and your heart's going to take flight. It's going to just give your heart wings. You're going to be soaring, feeling excited and happy. Probably, if you've not really been able to get out and do anything, you're going to be happy that you're going to be able to travel, excuse me, and do something new. There's a solution to a problem as well. There's a solution to a problem that you've had, and I'm wondering whether it's the inability to travel or the inability to get together with friends, or maybe you've had too much time on your own, but you're going to be out doing things and you're going to feel luxurious, maybe get some new clothes, get dolled up, get a haircut, and whatnot. But somebody's definitely offering you a lovely gift. So you're going to be very pleased by this. Something uniquely for you. Yeah, that's it. This is the lucky changes that are coming your way. I think you're going to be able to, although it's going to cause pain for other people, the pain that you're causing or the worry is temporary. And that is lucky, because you don't want any of this family sorrow for a long time. It's short-lived. And you're possibly going to be meeting somebody new, like a new boss or a new, a potential employer. And it's going to allow you a lot of independence. So I'm going to leave that there for you, those of you that chose the handshake. Make sure you shake that hand very well. Nice firm handshake always leaves a good impression, but not too firm that you crush their hands. But otherwise, I wish you all the best of luck. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, or maybe if you want to book a private reading with me, you can check the description box, see what you like, send me an email. I look forward to hearing from you. So thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay, those of you that chose the haystack, this is your reading. What lucky changes are happening in your life? Let's get them in the order I want them. So, crystal magic, creation, dawn, the beginning. Broomstick, clearance. Six of Swords. Ace of Wands. Two of Swords. Actually, I feel that these would be better that way, because I can see the way this reading's going already. I bet you others of you can as well. I've done that a bit to the left. Then we also have 4-leaf clover, great good fortune. This really is lucky. Goldfish, increasing material wealth or spiritual growth. Wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Okay then. Okay, so I see we've got charms as well afterwards, so we'll see what else that has to offer. But basically, you're letting go, you're clearing out dead wood, and you've got a brand new beginning. I think you made a decision about something, you're letting something go, you're moving forward into something else. You might still have, you might be coming to a decision that you're going to stop something, but I think you're possibly doing it gradually, weaning yourself off, or you're finishing off a few things in that area of your life, but you've basically made the decision to walk away from it and move on. So you're just clearing it out, you're just clearing out the dead wood, you're just, and even if it's not actually actively walking away, you've decided the situation needs transformation and you're going to do it. So the good piece of good fortune is that the decision will be finally made if you haven't made it already, or that you will finally be free of it, once it's all finished off, it's out of your life. And you are going to be struck, if you haven't already, by new passion, a new idea, and it's something that's going to get you really, really excited. It's something that captures your attention. It's something that you can invest your time in, invest your passions and your energy, and it's going to allow you, this moving on, it's going to allow you to move on from where you are now. So if you're desperate to get a new job, find new love, change the friendships or the relationships that you have with your family around, or maybe it's just personal development in that you want to develop yourself in a different way, take on new hobbies, go out to different places, that kind of thing. You're going to be able to do it. And some of you, if you really literally do want to move and go somewhere else, you'll be able to do that. Because you've got a new dawn, a new beginning, you're creating a new life for yourself. That's it. You've got the same message over and over again, that you are walking away and starting something new. You're letting the old go. I think there's a recognition here, whatever the successes, whatever the failures of the past were, you're moving away from it. You're not letting it hold you back anymore. You're not beating yourself up about anything, or you're not constantly craving and yearning for something in the past. You're just ready to strike out to something new. And I think that's Willingness, it means that the new is absolutely going to come into your life. I think some of you, this is why I get this feeling that there's still a residual bit left for you to work through. You might still find you're being a bit aimless, a bit indecisive, and that you're not really taking control of your life. You're just seeing where the wheel takes you. You might be quite frustrated about that, especially if you're in the energy of, right, time to move on. And you can't really do anything. But that is there for a reason. This is where I'm saying it might not at first glance seem particularly lucky, but it turns out to be. Because I think once, whatever you're being prevented from doing, maybe you can't apply for any jobs, maybe you can't move house just yet, maybe you can't quite end a bad relationship or relationship that's run its course, or you can't quite meet that person that that you would love to meet, that true love, soulmate, whatever, and you're frustrated by that, but it's there for a reason. And I think it's because the timing perhaps isn't right, but it's coming very close. I think for a lot of you it's coming really quite close, the beginning stages of it, if not you actually achieving what it is you're trying to achieve, because you've got good fortune coming your way. Something really lucky is going to happen, or is currently happening, and you're not even aware that it's actually happened for you yet. And I think it's literally an increase in material wealth. You could end up with some money, maybe you could win some money or come across some money in a way. And if it isn't material wealth, if it isn't money or being given gifts or inheriting something or whatever, it's spiritual growth. And I see the potential for a lot of spiritual growth for an awful lot of you, in that you can't move the more tangible aspects of your life forward. You can't, as I say, progress anywhere. Maybe you can't sign up for that education course, or that evening class. Maybe you can't, as I say, apply for jobs or meet new people. But you're in the right frame of mind to do that you've sort of completed a journey, I want to say, and you're ready for the next one. And what's going to kickstart that next phase in your life is this piece of good fortune. So I want to do the charms now, because I'm curious as to what this good fortune could be. See what it comes. Oh, I've got quite a few charms here. The others, I only had a few diddy ones. Let's see what we have. It's not a sea imagery. Some of you could really be going to the seaside. Two keys. Yeah, you're cutting out things. And that's like a lucky gamble. That's a straight flush. I'm not saying that you are going to be gambling or necessarily taking a gamble. I think it's saying that it's like, oops, piece of good fortune. So we've got the lock as well. So you've had a problem. There's something that you haven't been able to unlock, but that's going to be changing. The luck, it's lucky that you're going to be able to sort out this problem, or there's a piece of good luck that's going to allow you to sort out that problem. Because we've also got the hardest diamonds. This thing isn't going away. This is like you've been manifesting this. You've been trying to achieve it either through your own hard work, or you've literally been trying law of attraction. Yeah, it's roaring. You're going to be able to it's powerful, and it's here to stay. This thing, it's really going to make you feel wonderful. And I think you have been trying to achieve it for a long time. I think you've been really working hard towards this success, or this good fortune, or this opportunity, this sort of movement from old energy into new. It's something that you've been making for yourself. And I think it's involving something that you've really been fantasizing about. Maybe you've really dreamed of having a certain career or having a certain type of relationship. Like you want to meet a certain type of person so that you can have, whatever kind of relationship that you want. You've really been trying to make it happen. And it's finally happening. And I think as well, what comes through this is you're so... your intentions are pure. I think you're absolutely a good person, a lovely person. And it's this feeling like the message is karma. You will reap what you have sown. I think you have sown nothing but goodwill in others. You have sown nothing but good intentions. Even if, you know, we're all human, we all have moments, even me, where I think, God, I'd really like to rip your head off, or God, you know, like a negative thought, you know, why is it never me, or why did they get it and I didn't? What's the difference there? You know, and you have that sort of, you could say moment of weakness, but where you're just really sort of down on yourself and you're a little bit jealous of other people. But I think that what you do is overcome it quite quickly. You sort of go, no, that's no way to think. I'm not going to fall into negativity. I'm not going to stop being really spiteful and bitchy and nasty. I'm going to focus on the good and try and be a good person, and to move on to the good things in my life. And this, because you've really been, you know, going to the good, you're getting your piece of good fortune. And as I say, I think if for some of you it's money and others it's spiritual growth, I think, to be honest, I'm going to say if you really need money, I think there's going to be a piece of good fortune financially for you. But if you're like financially sound, but you could do with a bit of spiritual growth, a bit of personal development, it's likely to be in that area instead. So don't panic if things are going slow. You're going to have an enormous piece of good luck. And I do feel for some of you it's cash, which is nice, isn't it? And it's something, this is a situation, a new life that you're beginning for yourself. It's got roots and it's going to grow and develop into something long-standing. So it's going to be around for a long time in your life. And it's going to provide the solution to a problem you have, or maybe a few problems that you have. Because you're keeping hold of what's important and what has value to you and what serves you and the people around you. But that which no longer serves you is going. If it's not gone already, it's going imminently. And it's all for the good. It's all for the good. I just feel that actually for some of you, you might feel like a bit impatient, but do your best to be patient, because being impatient really doesn't get you anywhere. It just gets you frustrated and drains you out. So relax, feel assured that you've been good, and Santa's coming with a lovely present for you in some way or another. And again, I want to reiterate that sometimes what seems like a piece of good fortune isn't necessarily lucky, and the other way around, that sometimes something happens in your life that doesn't seem lucky at all but turns out to really be solid gold, you know, just got a bit tarnished. So I'm going to leave that there for you. If you want a private reading with me on this matter or any other issue in your life, you can send me an email, or the information's in the description box. So just take a look there and then contact me. Otherwise, if you've enjoyed the reading, please like, comment and subscribe. I like to listen to you all. Thank you very much for listening to me. Take very good care of yourself, and goodbye. Okie dokie then. Last but not least, bird flying news is on the way. So maybe you've been waiting to hear back from somebody. A lucky change is that maybe they're actually going to respond to you. But if you've been waiting for some news, it's coming, and it's likely that the news will bring change. So you're only meant to have one card, but two stuck together, so you get two here. The Unicorn and the Maiden. Communication with Unicorn, a purification, undercover action. So I think there's definitely some sort of communication coming about. Solace, return to nature, tree wisdom, natural remedies, flower essences. Okay. Rebirth, the World, the Hierophant, and the Six of Pentacles. We also have, Axe, forces working against you. Don't panic, said sometimes the things that don't seem as a piece of good fortune actually can turn out to be piece of good fortune. Pay attention to your health, okay. Vase, secret admirer, then that's nice. So, what's your good fortune? I mean, the obvious thing is rebirth, and that's the flavour for me of this entire reading, is that I think there's going to be a piece of good news, or piece of news, something, communication, that's going to change. It's going to change or something. And I think it's going to cause you to shed a lot of the things that you have allowed to accumulate around you, either spiritually or physically. That it's going to cause you to look at them in a new way and have a rebirth in your attitude towards I also want to say clutter in your life, because I think you're going to have a changing attitude around there's something going on. It could involve your health, and it could involve your situation with other people. Maybe it's work colleagues or friends or relatives, anybody around you that you might feel they're working against you. You know, in some cases maybe that's true, but I feel actually what's happening is that these things that are going on in your life feel like a bit of a stab in the back. But actually, when you look at it, you realise it was very lucky that happened, because it's going to allow you to get out of a situation that actually probably isn't very healthy for you, because it's telling you to pay attention to your health. So maybe you've got a job that you've worked very, very hard for, but the hours are unbearable and the consequence to your personal life is catastrophic, for instance. Or maybe you devote way too much to one area of your life, like your family life, and you don't allow yourself any time for you. And it's draining on you because you don't have any me time, any time where you can go off and not have to deal with being, I don't know, a stay-at-home mom or dad. It could be a bunch of toxic friends, and you look back and you think, you'll look back and think, why did I hang around with them for so long? Why did I socialise with them? And it's only when this thing happens that you look and you think that these are rubbish, these people are trash, I need to get away from them. It's something like that you're going to look back and you think, yeah, it was really detrimental to my health to be around those kind of people. Because I think there's something here, I want to say coming to an end, but it's not like sad end, it's like cycles being completed. And I think there's another group, another way of living, another group of people, maybe another lifestyle example. Like for instance, maybe you go into a more holistic, health-focused diet or something, where you eat less junk food and you eat more whole foods that you cook yourself at home, and you discover that you're actually a really great cook. And I think you're finding balance in your life and finding out what fulfills you. This feels very spiritual rather than literal. We've got the charms. We'll have a look there, see if there's anything that comes up straight away for me as like, oh, that's actually lucky, and that's very something I can say that's coming your way. The only thing that I feel is actually very much is that I feel a secret admirer for a lot of you is going to be contacting you and saying how much they admire you. It can be romantic, it doesn't have to be. Maybe, if you've got an important job, or maybe you've got a YouTube channel or something, and somebody said that and says, I really like your videos, I really enjoy them, thank you so much for sharing them with me, and it's been a secret how much they admired you. And it might lead you, because through them, to think of a new way of being around people. I mean, if you're around people where you constantly feel that you're waiting for that axe to loom behind you, see that shadow over your shoulder of the axe coming down, and somebody comes forward and says, I think you're fab. God, you've uplifted my Sunday evenings every time get the notification that your YouTube videos come on. It's going to really lift you up, and you're going to look and think, well, why am I hanging around with these people that make me feel rubbish when I've got all these other people around me that actually admire me? And I think it's finding that balance between who you are and what you want and what you enjoy, and I feel there's a lot more stability coming to you. I think for some of you, you do have a lot of instability in your life, but actually what you're being reborn into and what you're pursuing and what you're looking for is something that has a lot more stability. And it could be financial stability or emotional stability or physical stability. Because I think you're returning, for some of you, to a much more simpler pace of life. This is why I'm getting this feeling that for some of you, you lead quite an exciting, chaotic life that drains you and leaves you on edge. and in fact you're getting a piece of good fortune that's coming your way is a message that's going to entice you to leading a much more calmer life, where it's maybe maybe there's a group of people worldwide that pursue this lifestyle that's much simpler and much calmer for you, like those people that live in tiny houses. And you're really going to be able to return back to allow you to be more who you really are as a person and what you really enjoy as a person. And I think it's balancing out your life. And I think a lot of you are like, but actually that's a real piece of good fortune to balance out your life, because an unbalanced life can be sheer hell. So let's see what your charms say. Oops. Oh, quite a few there. Ooh. So, yeah, you're making something new. Some of you, it is to do with the home. I got this feeling that it's either not spending too much time at home or not enough. You're going to feel really great and positive and sunny. There's going to be a real boost to your confidence and your overall mood. It's just going to make you feel good. I think this message, it's going to come forward and it's going to say, and it's going to leave you such a big smile on your face. And I think it's going to stabilise you. I don't think you're expecting it. I think it could be an unusual message, one that you haven't heard before, and it's going to inspire just such change in you. And I don't feel this is a physical transformation, like you're going to have a makeover, and I don't think you're going to move. I think this is within you, in that it's going to make you see things differently in your life. I think it's going to make you realise that some of your friendships are toxic, or you're working in a terrible business. I think you're going to be spoilt in some way. Someone's going to make you feel like their little princess. Doesn't matter if you're a gentleman. Someone's going to spoil you in some way. Someone's definitely hunting you. So they've been paying attention for a while. I think it's this secret admirer. I think they're going to come forward with this gift, this message. It's a message of a gift. Maybe they want to splash out and offer you something. Maybe they want to just, their gift is their message. And I think the message that's coming through is it's something that you're making yourself. So go back to the YouTube, it's like that. Or maybe your job involves you making things, and somebody's going to come forward and say what you make is best. Because somebody's seeing you for who you really are. And that's going to be bring such change for you. It's such a lucky thing for you that this person's contacting you and saying this, and it's going to bring about such change. And I think it's almost like nobody's really come forward and said to you how wonderful you are at this thing that you do, or not for a while, or not even enough. But it's the fact that this person says it to you that changes you, and you look and you think the forces that are working against you can just get lost, because they're draining your health and it's not worth it. And you want better, and you deserve better, and you are going to get better. As I say, I think this person wants to spoil you, so let them if they really want to spoil you. Definitely sending you a message. You're definitely going to get a message. That's overall I think for all of you, you're going to get some sort of message that brings you good fortune or makes you feel lucky. So I'm going to leave that there for you. Let me know who your secret admirer is. If you want a private reading with me, you can get one. Just check the description box and then send me your email. I look forward to hearing from you. Otherwise, if you've enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, leave a donation, all the rest of it. And please take very good care of yourself. Thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye.